by the emerald sea, where the moon and water meet, somewhere close to harmony, when the world is sound asleep. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take, something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge, they say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.
We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.
Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Come and fly away, come and. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take, something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
Yeah.
recognize my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Or there's some
Oh,
Oh,
now people should be able to hear us. So, hello and welcome to this, I would say, abnormal FC1 race, where Adam is actually on a trip in Europe and is not able to stream. So he trusts me to handle the stream instead for him. And to help me with this, I have Lasersloth here.
hello.
And we also have Jolly setting up the event for the FC1 right now. We might be slightly behind on time schedule, but
It's fine. It's fine.
it's fine.
Everything is fine. I swear.
We can see that people are practicing, they're warming up, getting ready for quali. There is a lot of action on the track right now. And we have Alessandro with airport Wi-Fi coming in hot. Oh, maybe able to watch from the airport. Kinda cool. Do we have anyone else watching? Feel free to say hello in chat so we see that we have someone to talk to here. And
Yes, please.
yeah, it's gonna be cool. Should we take a lap around the track, Laser?
Sure, why not? Point out some good stuff.
Should I drive it?
Yes.
You're gonna have to spectate me. Oh, we have a
Yes,
lot of people here already bumping all over the place. Renocast, we're gonna follow Renocast for a lap. So,
Or not.
oh, no, or not. So, starting out on the main straight, we have this blue ice. Here you want to keep in the middle for the maximum speed and avoid the packed ice of the starting grids. And then we of course have this very sharp chicane, where you have to brake with an actual crucial braking spot. Going into some really fast sections with really fast blue ice turns. Just about not messing up into another really hard braking zone, where you want to carry as much speed as possible. And it is really trippy. It's really easy to eat the inside wheel. Oh, we have a bee on the track.
It's dying now. It's dead now.
It's dead.
No more bees.
Yeah, so I'm also realizing it's very hard to talk about track driving this fast. But we for sure has a lot of chicanes. It is the classic Monza layout that most motorsport fanatics are really familiar with. But we do have some very interesting ice tuning, where you have like really small lines that are slightly faster. So we will see how that pan out. I'll just do another lap. Do you have any comments about Monza, Laser? What do you think for this race?
Oh yeah, so in general, I think the key spots on this track are going to be the chicanes. So like specifically turn 1 chicane and that final chicane before Radion at the end there. Back markers have a really hard time with these chicanes. So if you're a top player or just a mid-level player and you want to get past a back marker, those are the spots to do it. Otherwise, the 90-degree turns like the one that McCusen just did and the ones coming up after the chicane aren't really that difficult. I think that most players will be able to take them pretty normally. And like McCusen said, there are some lines like on this turn with the blue ice where it's slightly faster to take the blue ice in some spots. But in general, those turns are pretty easy and no one should be really messing up too hard there. Yeah, and people really have to be careful on this straightaway in particular because it's a diagonal straightaway. If you bump the person in front of you, you are going to mow. You're going to fly to the side, and you're going to lose so much time. So you really have to be careful there, which is pretty interesting because the chicane right afterwards is also like a crucial part. It's honestly, I think, the hardest part of the track. You have to kind of weigh that risk of, do I stay close to them and maybe get a potential overtake on the chicane, or do I rather just sit behind and just play it safe? So overall, I think the track is pretty simple, but pretty difficult as well. Really got to be precise and courageous.
Yeah, as many people say famously, like, it is an easy track, but it's hard to master. Like, you can go for a ballsy move to get that extra 10th, but it is on a risk. You might mess up. But yeah, like, it's having it being quite a simple track. We have seen from top times during practice that it is really close. We have top 10 within 1 second, which is a bit closer than we normally see on these FC1 events. And that could lead to some really, really close racing, because everyone has the same potential, and now it's about being smart about the driving lines, having a bit of luck, and not getting stuck like I just was here, demonstrating how easy it is to go off the track for a second, and that can really plummet your position down. We should also probably talk about what's really weird about this Monza track that's out of the normal, and that is the pit stop. Ooh, yeah, so I'm gonna do a showcase of the pit stop, which is almost a completely different track. So this is, we have fantasy here really tight. So this is slightly borrowed from the rally championship, so the Monza rally stage. And this is really, really narrow pit stops that takes quite a while. It takes almost 45-50 seconds to get around this pit stop. And I expect to see a lot of people mess up, because this is tight, it's easy to hit blocks, and that can be a real game changer. I know a lot of people have been practicing the pits heavily, where others have not been. And we're gonna see how that pans out during the race.
Yeah, honestly, I think that practicing the pits is a really smart play. It's not like any other pit lane where you just kind of drive straight, or in some cases, there's a hard pit entry, but this is a whole different league. It's a whole different thing. Yeah, so a lap time around Monza is about 1 minute 5 seconds, and a pit stop is about 45, maybe 50 if you're on the lower skill level. But that means that instead of generally with pit stops where you look backwards to see how much of a gap that you have and how much free air you have, instead of looking backwards, in this case, you look forwards. You look forwards by 20 seconds or so to see, okay, is there anyone up there? And if I do pit, I'm going to end up around there. So I need to make sure that there's no one around, or if there are people around, there are people I can overtake. So that's a very different dynamic from what we're used to seeing. Generally kind of used to just, looking backwards and just going with that. But in this case, it actually might lead to some team strategies as well. For instance, if you have the second best driver of the team about 20 seconds behind the rival of a different team, they can actually pit and help out their teammates and maybe block the person that they're trying to overtake. So it's pretty interesting.
There is so much to play for, and you also have another thing that normally it's kind of fine to go in the pit behind someone, but here it's absolutely crucial to not be blocked in the pit lane as well, because being blocked in the pit lane going in after someone that's slower can absolutely lose you tons of time.
Absolutely. All right, well, it's 1 p.m. ET. You ready to get started with quality?
How is it looking, Jolly?
So far, Heat 1 is ready to go.
Oh.
Alrighty.
So we're gonna leave the boat. We're gonna have to clear the track. Quali is starting. Let's warn the drivers. And just to make sure, Jolly, you're gonna be team advising, but only during the you can stay and control this during the quality, right?
Correct.
Perfect. And we have a people showing up in chat, showing up for the race. We have Nido, Akira, Blue Leader, Sekro, Renocast, Crisero. A few of the participants looking at the live stream, maybe getting some tips and tricks for the race, because we are spoiling bunch of strats and potentials. Maybe someone is like listening in, getting that advantage, finding something out they haven't been thinking about. It's very possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also it's pretty early before the race, so they have a lot of time to kind of digest that information and kind of make strategies for the team. So yeah, I think we're just shaking things up quite a bit and see how this goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So is the track clearing? We can see that people are starting to get off the track. We still have some people doing their laps.
We can probably just load up quality, I think. It should be fine.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Ozone just disconnected here.
Just gonna spectate the event.
No,
You should also do it if you haven't, Laser.
Yep, I have. Oh, it's actually 1.22.
Yeah, it's changed now. Let's go. It's just me messing up the setup, but Yolli is coming to the rescue. Oh, here we have them lining up. We can see Rocket Race going out first. He has been practicing so much for this race. It's absolutely insane. Some would say he spent more than twice the amount of time of the person doing the second amount of laps. And then after Rocket we have Lapis here to regain those top positions. He had maybe kind of a disaster in Sandvort where he didn't practice at all. So it's really nice to see him starting. He's been grinding this track, getting those really good lap times. Then we have Renocast, we have Ozone, we have Techno Gustav, Captain Noah, Nido, Elsako, Sekro, Fantasy, and Shisuya. Sorry for botching that pronunciation, but I think we can go ahead and start, Jolly. I'm very ready. So we have the countdown.
So we have a 15-minute quali. How long is the gap? Okay, so it's about like 3 seconds, maybe 2 seconds of gap in between when they start.
Yeah, it's not the biggest gap. We can see always Lapis is maybe doing a strat where he gets a bit more distance to the front so he won't get blocked. We'll see. Reno is very close, a bit too close for comfort.
An issue where
we have to reload the heat.
Oh, yeah. Reset the heat.
Yeah, it's also 12-minute heat. 12-minute heat instead of 15, and then also maybe increase the start delay.
Sounds good.
So yeah, this is an issue with the plugin, and because I'm commentating, I know it. So basically, when we was loaded up, Gustav relogged, and that causes a bunch of issues. So we're gonna have to restart this, and we might also.
I set up the start delay to be 5 seconds.
Yeah, we also have a bit longer start delay, which is probably good. So Gustav can move again, so we can just load up the heat, Jolly. And now we should hopefully be good to go. I will also unmute the sound so we can hear people during the race.
Should we set to 12 minutes?
Yeah, set it to 12 minutes.
Yeah, okay, got it. 7:20.
But yeah, we can also display the top times going into this in chat. Let's see, Monza, top time Monza. We can see here that I have the fastest lap. But second we have Rocket Race, Lapis, and we can see that this is really, really tight. We have Renocast, Ozone, and Crisero all on the exact same lap time as best. This is unbelievably close. And this is
I messed something up. Just give me 1 minute before he starts.
Okay.
Actually, I can't.
Hey, yo.
Randall, tell me if it starts.
Let's get ready to run.
So I get first.
Yeah, so while waiting, I can keep speaking. Oh god, the sounds. Yeah, so it's incredibly close, and we can also see that the heat is absolutely stacked. There are some really, really fast drivers in this first qualification heat. So this is probably the people who will compete for pole position, even though the second heat will also contain some really good drivers. These are the fastest one after this week of practice we had on Monza. I also checked that Monza is probably the most ran FC1 track since we started using my plugin, because now I have some data, so we can see that like this has absolutely the most amount of laps done before a race.
Jolly, can you set the time limit to be 12 minutes, 720 seconds?
12 minutes and 720 seconds. Okay.
Or no, 12 minutes is 720 seconds.
12 minutes. Yeah, no, it's 12 minutes.
And now it's 12 hours, I think.
Wait.
Yeah, okay. I did that wrong. Okay.
Should I set it?
Yes. 'cause
No, I think. Okay, I got it. I'm
Yeah,
learning.
now it's 12 minutes. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Then we're ready to start.
Oh, hell yeah.
We have some people on the track.
What the fuck?
Are they
Wait,
helping
hold on.
fantasy?
It's so obvious you've recolored it. Why haven't you recolored
Oh,
it that
no.
way? Why didn't you do
Yeah,
the
this is,
opposite? It becomes more
This is some
orange than
staff
blue.
being on the track. It's kind of dangerous. They're living a risky life. For sure.
Okay, I think we should be good to go.
Yeah. I think go ahead and start. Husky really wanted to see that 12-hour quali. Imagine, we would maybe have a new world record doing that. So we have Rocket Race now going out. We have a way bigger gap between the drivers, so hopefully they will interfere less with each other. I think that will be really good. And of course, like the first lap now is just getting those references, getting that opening lap. The start position is not optimal, so the lap times we're gonna see is most likely not gonna stay. But it's really important to get off on the right foot. Like if you start to mess up the first out lap, you will get nervous, and that might like be really bad.
Yeah. So speaking from experience, I think the outlap is pretty important just to get yourself in the right mindset, to get used, a little bit warmed up, especially because like in this scenario, you kind of get iced a little bit, just like where you have race control, just taking a little bit of time to get everything set up. So really just getting re-warmed up and making sure that you don't get nervous. And yeah, I think it's pretty important in that case. But obviously, yeah, like you don't have the best starting position, you don't have all that speed down the straightaway, so you're not going to get a really good time. But yeah.
Okay, so now we're going out on the first relap. We can see that Rocket had a pretty smooth opening lap, but he did have a slight block stop in a really fast chicane. And that might get on his mind, but we will see. He absolutely nails the first chicane, I would say. That's about as fast as it can go. So it's looking really good. Oh no! He got out of the boat! That's really unlucky.
I missed that.
Oh, that is...
Now this has to be behind Nappets this whole time.
Yeah,
Oh, that sucks.
He was really quick to get into the new boat, but yeah, that is really, really sad news. Like having that super perfect corner and then getting the mess up. So we'll see if he can keep his mind in the game, recover. He's shown to be probably the fastest one on the field right now during practice, so he can still recover. But for sure, that was a setback.
And unlike other FC1 tracks that are about like 2 minutes long, this track is only like just slightly above 1 minute long. So you really have like 11 laps you can really do in this quality meet. So he has a lot of time to get back in there and set a good lap.
That is absolutely true. We can see lap is starting with a 105.950. I do expect some people to go faster, but that is a really good start. That is a solid below 106.
Yeah, I remember I was in the server the other day, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got a 105.5 on my practice quality." So I'm expecting him to do pretty well today.
Yeah, so let's follow along, see if he can improve even further. Yeah, so I think Techno Gustav actually upping Lapis with 1/10 there, showing some good speed early on. Yes, I think going like into the quali, I think most drivers in the top really wants to get that below 106. I think that's the target. And then if you can go to like the 05.5, I think would be the dream for a lot of people. Really maximizing. So we'll see. But yeah, Techno Gustav is for sure like coming out hot right here.
Yeah, top 6 in time trialing got under a 105.5. Then some place with Captain Noah with 105.65. So I think, a good amount of people today are going to want to, like, obviously the dream is like, 105.5. And it actually might be obtainable for some of them if they really set their mind straight and get going.
Yeah, for sure. So I also want to follow the battle of Renault-Cas, Ozone, and Cruzeiro. Wait, is Cruzeiro driving? No, he's not driving. So then it's Ozone and Renault-Cas, because all 3 of these drivers are tie on top times. They have the same best time. And that makes it even more interesting, like who can really get the most out of quali. We can also see that Gustav is actually improving 1/10 again. And that is a really good sign, where you manage to like improve slightly every lap.
It also has to be really demoralizing for other racers as well, because like they see the top driver just improving again and again and again, and they see themselves, you know, failing turn 1, failing on the chicane, and like getting worse and worse time. So I think it's very demoralizing to see Techno Gustav increasing his lap time repeatedly.
Absolutely, you see like the 10s just running out in front. You see the delta gap. I wonder if some drivers are actually hiding the delta times to just not get bamboozled by the mind games, to not have that like pressure.
Yeah, honestly, that's a good play. Like in time trialing, we've had some people. I think Lapis actually went ahead and like taped up his monitor so he can like not look at the action bar for Akina. There's a very similar thing here where you may want to like really not look at anything except the road and just so you can completely focus in and just set some good lap times.
Yeah, absolutely. And so who do you reckon we should follow? Do you have any wishes?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at Gustav right now. He's playing in some solid laps, but I don't think there's anyone in specific.
Let's follow
Relicus,
Gustav.
Yeah, Relicus is actually a whole second behind. He hasn't set a good lap yet. Interesting.
Well, now we have some voice from Techno Gustav. He's speaking.
Not good.
So here we can see that he's actually constantly speaking and focusing. And that is a thing that... So when you sit and practice all day, you usually aren't 100% focused. You're like talking with your friends on Discord and putting out really, really solid laps. And sometimes when you try too hard, you kind of get too nervous and like not talking too much might actually be relaxing and help you perform better. But we can see that Lapis, as soon as we left him, get that like viewer pressure off him, he has set a banger time of 1:05.45.
Paragon, he didn't break world record.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming in and just killing it. Really going against that demoralization that we're talking about with Techno Gustav. And he still has 6 minutes left, so he can improve still.
Yeah, that's absolutely bonkers. He's only 1/10 of his absolute best lap. And I know because I was talking to him that he was like setting this really good lap time. And then he went back some days later to practice and he got nowhere close. So he sounded really frustrated that like he couldn't go back to his former glory. But now he's absolutely showing that he got out of that rut and managed to get some stellar lap times.
Yeah, this is really good for him, because personally I feel like Lapis is like one of his best strengths is quali. I think quali is a very important thing in ice boat racing. How you do at the beginning really influences the rest of the race. I think one of like his greatest aspects of being a driver is how good he is at quali, because then you can start in the front and then not have to worry about back markers that much at the very beginning. So it's very crucial for him to get a good quali, and he's showing it right here that he's really capable. I mean, as usual, just kicking ass in quali.
Yeah, for sure. And we can also look further back, and we can see, just as predicted, this is incredibly close. For 4th, 5th, and 6th position, we have Nido, Captain Noah, and Ozone all within 1 tick, where Nido is edging out at 4th position right now.
Still have 5 minutes, and any one of them can just improve just by a little bit and mix up that balance.
Yeah, absolutely. So
and otherwise, you have Rocket a whole second behind Lapis. He isn't really doing too hot.
Yeah.
Didn't Rocket had like the second fastest lap in time trialing, right?
Yeah, he was the fastest, but we also saw the start, like getting rid of his boat, getting behind Lapis. Like it's so easy to let it get to you and like be stressed, like, oh shit, I have to do a really good lap. And maybe it's a bit hard to come out of, but like we have a lot of time and he has still time to recover. So maybe we could actually look at him and see how it looks.
He's right behind Lapis.
Yeah, spectating him right now. He's going into the very narrow blue eye section with that very corner. So I don't know the delta for this time, if it's a really good lap or not. But we'll just analyze his driving and see if it's confident. Is he over pushing? Because that's very easy. If you feel like you're far behind and you feel like, oh, I need to catch up a lot, then you start to drive slightly over the limits, and that can set you back.
Yeah.
But he looks to have a really nice end of the lap. Really smooth lines.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's going to be improving his lap time based on the split that I saw, but if he does, it's only going to be like 0.2. Yeah, alright. Oh, well, you called it. There you go.
It was a 0.2 upgrade. Actually, a 0.2 upgrade. You are completely correct. But we can see still Lapis. No one is getting closer. Tegna Gustav still had that 75 time. That he hasn't improved for a while. And Lapis absolutely, like, I would say, stomping the competition right now. And yeah, speaking about the importance of quali. So the first corner is absolutely detrimental, and knowing boat racing, it's really easy to lag out in the beginning on every other. But having that top qualification spot is such a game changer, because normally you should be able to get through turn 1 clean. And that can like save you instantly seconds and get you ahead. So really having that first position is so important.
Absolutely.
But of course, anything can happen. And like we also seen crazy starts from back of the grid, passing for everybody.
Oh, we have Renault slowing down on the straightaway.
Oh.
I think. Or maybe it was my lag. But yeah, now he's like right in front of someone. I can't see who they are because they're
That would be
ghosts
Ozone and Renault.
Oh, Ozone? Yeah, okay. Interesting play by Renault. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
He's been behind a back marker for a long time.
Right.
And had to slow down tremendously.
You can see that Renault had a really slow lap, but going out with a lot of space in front of him. So he's probably gonna set up for a banger lap now.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people are going. I think most people are going out on their second to last race lap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's starting to close down. Like in the beginning, it felt like you have a lot of time, but it's really starting to come to those last tries. Yeah. And the feeling when you know you go on to the second to last or last lap and you start to mow the first corner, like that is painful. But we can also see that Rocky Race has finally recovered from the start, putting in the third best time.
Nice.
Facing Renault cars.
Yeah, with that 1 tick margin.
Oh, he beats Vapis.
Rocket Race
setting the fastest lap of the quali as of now.
He
knows turn 1 immediately after, so that's gonna be it for his quali. But like, there we go. He's showing that he is indeed like he did earn that second place or top time trialing spot in Monza today.
Absolutely, like he's put in so many hours of practice, and it really pays off. And that's the trend we have seen from the last races, that the person on top of the practice is usually the one starting first in the finals. But let's see if people can. I'm just gonna stand by the finish line and see people pass through and see if they get improvements. But yeah, Lapis like that's really hard on Lapis, leading this whole time and then just at the end getting surpassed by that 1 tick margin. It's so little time.
Gotta imagine that he was probably on his last lap when that happened, so he probably wasn't able to be like, okay, let's just suit up and let's get final last lap, because he was already on it, right? So
yeah, absolutely. We can see how people started finishing. Lapis has finished, Rocket has finished. Noah is on his lap. Looks to be Renault is the next one passing. Can he improve?
No.
He does not.
Ozone. We can also see that Renault and Ozone, who had the best same time coming in, we can see that Renault has got the edge on Ozone there. It's only 2 tenths different, but it's still 3 positions in 2 tenths. Like,
that's
so close.
Crazy, yeah. I also feel like Ozone's another one of those players like Vapis who really one of their best qualities is quality and doing well there and having a good starting position. So it kind of hurts to see Ozone in 7th place. I'm not sure how good his race is going to go.
Yeah, I know that Ozone also spent a lot of time and effort really working on those perfect lines. So it's for sure, like, it is a high effort here. Like, all of the top guys have been spending so many hours practicing this map. And I've also joined for practice, and I've been with them in VC, and I heard them like trying to become quicker and quicker all the time.
Hmm.
So is it the last one finishing
This is
now?
the final
so.
one.
There we go.
Yeah, there we have it. Rocket race on the what's looking to be the pole position. We still have Q2 to go, but that is a really solid lap.
Mhm.
We can
We
see
are ready
that.
to go.
I was speaking about getting that 105, and we can see that there was 5 people actually doing it. Both Renault and Captain Noah are on the limit with the 05.9.
Yeah, great job from them. It's
Yeah,
really hard to like set good laps in quality. At least for me, I think I'm pretty bad quality, but it's really like it's easy to get like to be nerve wracked and like get nervous on quality because you only have so many laps you can do, and each lap that you mess up is just like another lap where it's like,
Mm.
well, I have one less lap. I only have like so many laps left, especially on longer tracks. So yeah, it's pretty demoralizing. It's hard. Quality's hard. So it's really cool to see them kick ass out here.
yeah, it is really hard. Maybe I will see if we have. So we have Rocket Race, and I think he has voice chat, so I will try to make a small interview if I can find him. Let me see.
Hey, Mark.
105 is like crazy.
Yo, where is
Already
Rocket
right
Race? Does anyone know where Rocket is?
Nope.
Let's see if we can find him. Oh, there he is. I'm just gonna fly after him. Oh, he's practicing.
Wait.
I'm just gonna tell him to come to the pit. We can load up the second quali, I think.
Alrighty.
And I'll do the interviews on the side then, because the first lap is not that engaging, so we'll come right into the action later.
Oh, but we do have some good drivers in the second heat. We have Pagala and I believe it's Sosucker. Sosucker should also, yeah, Sosucker and Pagala are in heat 2. Pretty curious to see how well they do because they are pretty good drivers.
Yeah.
I might give some people on Q1 and run for their money.
So I'm just gonna shamelessly teleport Rocket to me and see if he has voice chat. Oh.
Alrighty, starting
voice.
heat
Go ahead.
2.
Wait,
Let's see if he can activate voice chat. I really want to ask what he thought about at start.
Blue did not qualify, or Blue is not
We
in
didn't
quality.
get in quali.
Oh. I would wait to restart until everyone is released, because otherwise it might bug with armor stunts.
I've got my creative stall.
I guess Rocket is not up to speak right now. Or no, he's still muted. Oh yeah, we have a lot of people, and a lot of fast people here as well. We'll see if Rocket is gonna activate sound. I'm gonna tell him to activate his voice chat. It is the... Oh, hello Rocket, do you hear me? Hello? Do you have a microphone? Does it work? Looks like no, but I heard you before, so I know it can work. Do you have like
Alright,
push
go
to
ahead and
talk?
restart.
Rocket.
There we go.
And Zorbius as well. Oh wait, is Zorbius in here? No, he's in here. Okay, cool.
He's up front.
Oh, let's see if Rocket can.
Alrighty.
Alright, here we go.
Oh.
In the quality we have Crispy and Zorbius, and Pagala in third. Interesting. Pagala is, I think, personally quite a lot better than Zorbius and Crispy, so we'll have to see if we can get past them on this, especially on this opening map.
So I'm gonna mute you a second in Discord to do the interview, and then I'll come back.
No problem.
Yo Rocket. So that was a quali and a half. Holy.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about the start?
It wasn't very well. I don't know what happened there. I was just I hated the ice over there where it has like the pack or the pack snow, and
Yeah.
it sped you up. And I know I use Lunar Client in the regular Minecraft launcher, and sometimes my shift button is run, and sometimes it's crouch. So I got out of my boat
Oh,
mid race.
so you accidentally shifted that on the first lap because we were following you, and you looked to have a solid warm up, and then you had this like a really solid first turn, and then just shifting out, getting behind Lapis, being stuck in the middle of the field. But
and then I bumped them.
Ah, you bumped him as well.
Mhm.
But you managed to clutch it out. How was like the second to last lap? Can you tell me about it?
I was very, very shaky. I was trying to ignore Crispy, Lapis, and Blue Leader, because we were all in a VC, and so I was just quiet the whole time that last lap, and I was amazed I got that.
Yeah, that was a really solid time, beating out Lapis with the one tick. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing the final, and good luck. And yeah, that's about it for now. Now I have to follow the next quali.
Okay.
But keep that voice mod loaded, because I might have to contact you later for more interviews. We'll see.
Yep, got you.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So what do we...
So far, quali, everybody else is starting to finish up their first lap here.
Yeah, so who are we looking at? Should we take Pigalala?
I think in Pigalala.
Pigalala, Blue Leader, Zervius, Soda.
We can see that Pigalala is already backed up on service almost. That's not a good way to start your first really flying lap.
Yeah, and then right beyond Zervius, like 3 seconds ahead, is another back marker and Gabzs. Right there, actually, because they messed up. Let's see if Pigalala can do anything here.
Pigalala attempted an overtake.
In the danger zone. He has a back marker too. See if he can capitalize. Seeing overtaking quality is always so cursed. Alright, but there he goes. He gets past those two.
Gets a double overtake. That was beautiful.
That was really important for the rest of the quali. You can also see here that we have a stacked team. Even in Q2, we have Pigalala, we have Soda Soaker, we have Haragon, who has done well a couple of races as well, and a lot of fast drivers. But we also arrange these heats after how well you done in practice ahead of the race. We can see here that these are some really fast drivers that maybe haven't put in all that time into practicing. But we also know Pigalala, and he doesn't always practice, but he can pop off during the races.
Yeah, absolutely.
Having a little bit of unfortunate first turn. It looks like he was going a bit wide into the first after first braking zone there.
He's catching up to Blue and Crispy as well. So he might have to overtake again. It's kind of come to bite him in the ass, not really practicing, because then he got put into Q2 and he has to go through this.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is important to be up there to get into the Q1, because it is an advantage. Because it's a bit more calm. You can also see we have a lot of drivers, 14 drivers or 13 on this kind of short track. That's a driver every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It isn't any huge spaces to play with. And do we think we have anyone that's able to challenge Pigalala for this second heat of quali?
At most,
I'm thinking Soda. Soda would probably pick the first man to really stand up to him in the heats.
Aragon can also catch up because he's been practicing but didn't make it to Q1 here.
Yeah, we can see that Pigalala, of course, improves a little bit the second lap, but because of those overtakes, maybe not as fast as he would like it to be.
Yeah, he's still a second, 1.3 seconds behind Rocket's time at the Q1, so he still has a lot of time to make up. He keeps catching up to these back markers. Now he has Crispy on the diagonal straightaway. It might be in his best interest to actually slow down a little bit. He has quite a big gap behind him, so he can just slow down, chill out on the last turn, and just wait until he has a better clear gap, so he can maybe just get a lap in.
Yeah, that is a really, really important strategy you can use, is that you can just wait. If you're on a bad lap, or you can see that that's exactly what he's doing now. He realizes this is going nowhere, and he backs up to get more air, He probably constantly checks backwards here to make sure no one just sweeps by him. And now he's
Yeah.
giving that good gap to get a really clean lap.
Yeah, absolutely. Good play coming by him.
But now is the question, can he hold it together? Because sometimes when you load up for these banger laps, you get ready, you're like, your blood is pumping, you really want to go for that fast time, and it can be easy to be a bit too hot and try a bit too hard and driving over the limits. So we can see if he can keep calm and do a like safe but fast lap. But it is looking nice so far. It's not overly dangerous. Like he looks like he's trying to get that banker lap, like getting a safe time before maybe then being able to like push it more.
I don't know about that split. I mean, judging, I have a split on the exit of that last chicane, and
Yeah.
it looks like it wasn't the greatest time. He might get an improvement on his time right now, but it's not going to be what he wants. He's caught up to back markers again, so
That is the
that'll be
thing. Like,
frustrating.
putting these banker laps is it's good, but it can also be that you are sometimes too safe. And we can see that he didn't improve.
Yeah, no, he was like probably like 0.1 off his time.
So what do we have behind? We have KillerLol putting in third position right now. Haragon second place. We have Sodasoke quite far behind. Maybe haven't had a... Oh, we have absolute pile up of drivers. There's just 4 drivers all over the place, and we can see Soda there eating the grass, probably hitting the person in front. Yeah, this is absolute carnage. So yeah, this is... Oh, we can see Nano Noob getting bumped right off the road. Being off the comfy vibes, it looks like. We can see, yeah, this is a rough spot. There's not a lot of options here. Like Pigalala tried to get like back off and like
got an overtake.
Oh, we can see
A lot of overtaking.
Pilko in front. Yeah, Pigalala backs up again. He is gonna let all of these drivers pass, and hopefully the others don't wait as well. Oh, there is just a bunch of drivers. He can't find a really good spot. He does have Nanoob in front of him. And we can see people, it looks like people are practicing the pit stop as well. It's Techno Gustav getting some cheeky practice while waiting for the second quali to finish. That can be absolutely important for the main final later. And we can see Blue Leader as well. It looked like when everyone else messed up, he got a pretty clean lap and he's up in third place. And yeah, I think Pigalala had a pretty clean lap. I haven't been keeping that much attention on the lines, but I don't think he had anyone block him this lap, so maybe he can go for an improvement. S. Johnny wonders if he can yarn from the back. We are more than 20 drivers, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be able to happen.
So the race is gonna be full, and even some drivers will not even make it to the final because we have a cutoff at top 20. So if, so if you qualify behind, you sadly can't participate, and then you're gonna have to watch our live stream instead. But yeah, we'll see. Does Pig have an improvement? No, just after. But so we can see now, if you take a look, we can see that Pig get bumped in the first corner, and that's so awful. Knowing the whole lap is just... You also have to complete the lap. You can't restart over, so you have 1 minute now of just thinking and setting up for the next lap.
Yeah.
But there is
if
not
I
a
were
lot...
him, I just really try to get past these two guys. Just like, you can't wait. You only have like 1 lap left. I mean, I guess you could wait, but like, really just gotta get past these guys. Just if you can, there's a good amount of clean air in front, so like, he's got past one of them so far. He just has to get past Nanoob right now.
Yeah, so he tried the waiting tactic, and it somewhat worked out, but not really good enough. And now he's really close, trying to get that pass. It's gonna be tight out. Can he get it past last corner and get a fully clean lap? And we can also see the scoreboard. Look at top 3. We have top 3 on the identical lap time. Paragon and Blue Lead and Pigala on the same tick. That is insane.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. But now Pig gets out in front of those back markers. Now he has clean air. He really has to go kick ass now. He has 2 laps to go.
Yeah, he have been showing a really good pace, but now the pressure comes. Like, he knows he hasn't had a very clean lap, but now he has the potential. Now he just needs to execute on it. But it looks like a really good start. And if we take a look at, we should be able to look at the round results. We can see the overall position and where the cutoff is. Right now the cutoff is at Comfy Vibes with a 108.2. If you're slower than that, you're not gonna get into the main race. And we do have Servius, a veteran of the sport, being just behind. He's probably looking to grab that last place. And we also have Soda Soak, a really fast driver, barely making it on 19th position right now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what the heck? Soda not doing too well today. Maybe just in practice or something. Maybe something's up, but I was expecting him to do better today. At least, like, at least quality, like, top 10 or, like, top 12 or something. But, jeez, not a great day for him.
Yeah, and we can see, okay, well, now we need to look at Pig's time. And now he improves. That is
Just by
one.
a little bit.
Yeah, but it is.
0.15.
He did bump up 1 spot ahead of Sekiro, though, going into that 10. So we can see we have the battle of Harrigan and Blue Leader. They're 11th and 12th on the grid right now. Oh, 12th and 13th, actually.
12th, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is. So where is the battle now? The battle is for 20 Comfy Vibes. Let's maybe look at Servius.
Yeah, he's caught up. He's right there.
Oh, he's not driving. Did he finish? Oh, he finished
They
already.
finished all-
Oh no, he
that
missed the spot.
Everybody's finishing up. Blue Leader has still got another lap to go.
Yeah, we can see last lap. Can anyone else improve? I'm sure Blue Leader, if he hasn't finished, really wants to get ahead of Aragon, being so close.
The only way he can is if he overtakes Aragon here. But it doesn't look like it'll happen today.
Will Pig improve? Pig will improve even more?
All
will
right.
that change anything? Yeah, Pig is
Not
now
too
up to
sure.
9th, so it's
Okay.
it's not a lot, but it's an improvement.
Honestly, you gotta take every spot you can get, right? Like 10th versus 9th doesn't seem like much, but really every little ounce of help you can get, like, did so much to start a race.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, it doesn't seem too much, but like, you don't know, anything can happen in the start when you get bumped on that person ahead of you. If you would just have been 1 spot ahead, that could have been the difference in the race. So that's why quali is so important. We can see Pilquisent seems to be running. Blue Leader has a really bad time. Yeah, he's doing the slow finish. And I think, is that everyone?
It's still a couple more, it looks like.
Yes, we can see that my action bar, it goes to the closest player, and I guess Pilko and Pit just sitting it out.
He's at, like, is it turn 2?
Oh, he's actually
Or
driving?
He's just chilling here on the gravel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has a 6-minute lap time, I guess.
We can finish the heat then.
Yeah, I think we can finish the heat. I think it's only Pilko left. I've been through the whole track.
So, yeah.
So there we have it.
Alright,
The results of the heat. Pig being the one we suspected to claim the second quali, he also did. Haven't had a lot of practice. Let's actually take a look. What was his best time going into the quali here? And we can check page 2. So his best time going into the race was a 106.25, which he equaled in the quali. So looking at his like performance based on his like previous practice and the quali, he did really well, actually matching his best previous time.
That can mean one of two things. Either he's really consistent or he just didn't practice that much.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah, I think Pigalala, like, he looks to be a racer. I think he really enjoys the racing and maybe not the grinding as much, looking from the past month. But yeah, should we do any more interviews before the race? Maybe have a word with Pigalala if we can and see how he felt about that second quali.
Yeah, and then we could also get people set up on the grid and give them a 5-minute bathroom break and stuff.
Let's see if we can get the whole of Pigalala. I'm gonna TP to him this time. Pigalala! Yo, do you have a mic?
Yo. Huh?
So, you got placed in the second quali heat, which is the slower heat, but you managed to at least win it. But we were watching you and it looked like quite a struggle. Do you have anything to say about your heat?
Yeah, it was painful.
Yeah, it's...
Mhm.
Yeah, it's apparent, like, we saw you basically taking every strategy of the book to try to get a clean lap, but it was hard. But it looked to be a little bit better at the end. So what do you think about your chances going into the race, starting from, I think, 9 from the grid? No? Yeah?
Meh. We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes.
Stuff.
Have you practiced a lot ahead of the race?
Nah, not really.
Not the most. So would you say you... Oh, we have cookies! Oh yeah, eat that and you will be instantly fast. I know from experience. Yeah, but I know you like the racing and you have showed that you're good at passing people, especially in the BCC event. So just believe. Oh, and Akira wants your autograph, by the way. He's writing in chat. And also, can you, one last question. Your skin, what's up with this?
Oh yeah, we had a wardrobe swap.
Oh.
For some reason, yeah, Techno has the extra large version.
So do you think like there is some magic in Gustav's clothes? Is there like does it have an extra power? Yeah, you're gonna have to see how it pans out in the race, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think we're gonna get started on the main race. Gonna check that out, but good luck.
See ya.
Okay. Back to Discord.
Alrighty, welcome back.
Welcome back.
How is the race looking? Is it set up? Are we ready to rumble?
Ready to load.
Why do that? Stupid.
Should we warn people? Is everyone here?
Probably.
We are getting ready to... don't load it yet.
You got it.
We start in 2 minutes. Because Pigalala said be right back 1 minute.
You build them up on the grid, I think.
I would wait with it because
I would still wait. Yeah.
When people disconnect, which they they always do for some reason, they change skin and stuff. It's risky to mess it up. You could also or like do it and reset and load it again, but
gotcha.
But we'll just set around.
The round in heat is ready.
So what is the actual results we have? We have Rocket Race going out in that important TQ position, with Lapis just behind. Do we have an intel on the overall championship? Because this is not just one race. This is like a whole championship, and we do have some close standings, I believe. Do you remember anything about this, Laser? Otherwise, I have the sheet up here.
Points about what? Like teams or individuals?
Individuals, I think, and also teams maybe.
I think
so we can
like
see
the top few people are pretty far apart from each other, but otherwise, like it's past 6th place. It's pretty close between a lot of people.
Yeah, so we can see here that Lasersloth is in like a dominant lead. It's actually, in fact, it's such a big lead that he actually volunteers to skip racing and just commentate with me instead. And that's like, I don't know if it's that BS. Just like, yeah, I don't even have to run the race. I can still win the series. Like that's absolute domination from Laser. And I'm very happy he's here to commentate with me because that brings a lot of value to the stream. But what I've been seeing, because I've also been talking to Ozone, he is very close to Noah for that third and final like podium position in the championship. I believe it's a 4 point difference.
Yep.
Which is not a lot. And how can this, like, if we look at the grid, we see we have Captain Noah in 5th position and Ozone in 7th, with Nido in between them. But it looks to be like, I think this can be a real battle for getting that final position, like 3rd position in the championship.
Absolutely.
And then, as you say we have a few fights further back. Do we have anything about the team standings?
Yeah, so McClurkin's currently leading against Abapop with 5 points. Actually, Rocket Rays is reserving for Abapop today, so maybe he'll be able to help make the gap not grow too much. But we have two SU drivers in Reno and Techno showing up today and qualifying pretty well, like P3 and P4, I believe. So they have a really good spot. Yeah, so McClurkin's leading by a short 5 points, and behind them, there's like a 160-point difference between them in third place with Aston Martinez, which is what Alessandro and Captain Noah are on with 206 points. And then behind them is Bank Racing by only 20 points difference. So that's a pretty close battle. I believe that's Ozone and Sam. But basically just Ozone because Sam isn't really racing too much right now. So I'm curious to see how this will go today.
Yeah, absolutely. And like that 5 point difference between McClurkin and Avapop, and like the absolute skill. We have Rocket Race driving for Avapop starting out first, and then yeah, like Renault and Gustav. They have been really hammering it down, it feels like, the last couple of races. There is some rumors they have a team advisor. A really yellow duck called Jolly.
Oh, God.
That's absolutely making sure they practice every week now. And it seems like it's working out. They have been improving, it looks like, the last races. Maybe with the exception of Spa, where Renocas had a very unfortunate start. Where he didn't start. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure Jolly gonna sadly leave us for the race and make sure to team advice.
Gonna make sure McClurkin gets another win here.
Yeah, there are rumors that Jolly wasn't so happy with Techno's pit strategies the last race around in Sandworth when Jolly was actually doing the commentary instead of the normal team advising that he otherwise usually do. You can see we have a build-up of drivers here.
Well, I don't know.
I'm just gonna listen in a little bit.
Like 4 people who crash in front
see
of
what
me.
they're talking about ahead of the race.
Alrighty.
If I do come behind you, can you move that away from me?
I'm gonna fucking do 360. Little bitch. I'm gonna do 360.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh. We are getting ready. we can hear Gustav screaming for where's Jolly.
I'll be over there in a moment.
Yeah. Gustav really wants that team advisor back. He don't want the same mistakes to happen again this race. And we can see we have a whole 22 laps and 2 pit stops.
Imagine that.
22 laps seems like a lot, but this is a pretty short track, so I mean, it's only gonna be about like 25 minutes of racing in comparison to, like, I think it might have been like 30 at Zandvoorts, something like that.
Yeah, so it is not like a lot of time, 20 laps, but then we also need to factor in the pit stops. They are absolutely long. Like, that's another 2 minutes of driving right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I do want to mention that this track being only a minute long is actually it's gonna be pretty dense for drivers, because it's gonna be, if it's a minute 5 per lap and there's 20 drivers, that's about like a 3 driver or a driver per 3 seconds density, which is I think that's a pretty good density. I think that's what I'm kind of aiming for when I make tracks. So there's gonna be a lot of backmarker action. So we have a pretty consistent like top area of drivers, but I think the real battle today is just gonna be how we can deal with backmarkers.
Yeah, I think we can start, Jolly.
Alrighty, let us begin.
What?
This turn 1's gonna be really crucial. Let's see who knows me inside.
And this is where I bid you all farewell.
Oh, here we have the start. You can see Rocket has a...
Oh, Rocket got back. That is in P1 now. Just off the straightaway, not even on turn 1. Rocket comes back though. Yeah, someone going through the runoff zone, but yeah, Rocket going back to P1 and takes a bad line. Lapis joking inside, mows a little bit. Oh, Rocket mows more. Oh man, the grid is so shaken up. Rocket got destroyed. He's in like 7th place or something now. And I have Lapis and Techno in P1 and 2 with Nito and Ozone falling right behind. It's pretty close battle between them two.
I don't know how I've done this.
Yeah, it's absolute carnage. There's drivers everywhere. Rocket unfortunately losing out on that first position that he fought so hard for. We have Lapis absolutely running away, with Techno Gustav getting a really solid start.
Yeah, you can see that Rocket has gone from 1st place to 12th place, really getting destroyed in that opening lap. It's really demoted. These things just happen a lot, so you gotta just get back in it and just get back up, get ready to make some good pit calls, get some good overtakes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long day for him.
Yeah, and talking about the third position in the championship, we can see that Ozone has passed Captain No on the opening lap with Soda Soaker in between. And Soda Soaker, where did he start? Wasn't that like last?
Yeah,
and he's up to
was, like,
6th
the back
position.
after it.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, most people talk about how bad the starts are, and like how they like lost like 5 positions, but you don't really hear about people like saying, "Oh my god, I had such a good start." And you can see here like Lapis gaining a position in the freaking straightaway, and so are getting going up so many places at the start. So these good starts do happen, of course.
Yeah, we have an absolute trio for the lead here. Lapis, Techno, and Nido. And looking at the gaps, it looks like Lapis might have not been running at top speed, because Nido has been catching up.
Yeah,
absolutely grouping them together.
Lapis, I think I saw Lapis mowing a little bit on the inside on pretty easy turn, surprisingly. So I think the nerds are getting to him a little bit. He has to try. Yeah, he goes wide there, really wide. That gives Techno the lead of the race. Just by a little bit. They're still in the kind of area where you can make some moves, because Lapis is not past Techno's Ghost yet. He's still in the danger zone, so he really has to make this turn 1 count. If he doesn't do so well in this turn 1, and Lasersloth coming out of the pits with that 45-second long pit, 50-second long pit coming in, Lapis goes wide on turn 1, gives Techno an official lead of the race, with Nido passing Lapis as well. He's in the Lapis is in the danger zone with Nido, so there's still a battle for second, but Techno is a clear first place right now.
And I can already predict we have so many people in the pit stop now. We can see a whole bunch of people, and judging from the gap, they might get out just ahead of the battle for the lead. That can have significant impact. We're gonna see. I haven't done the math perfectly, but we're gonna see. And we have Nido and Lapis really
like
fighting.
53 seconds or so. Yeah. They're going at it. They kept a good line, and they're like right on each other. Yeah, people exiting the pits. We'll have to see how this goes.
Yeah, so Gustav going out on the main straight now. Like, they're gonna catch up fast if they have a bit of the extra speed. And we can see that the pit lane is packed. They're actually gonna Lapis, Nido, and they're gonna get out just ahead, avoiding a lot of carnage there.
That's really good news for Nido and Lapis, because if they get stuck behind backmarkers, that just gives Techno more and more of a gap to just really go ahead and just front run the rest of the race. So it's very, very good that they were able to get in front of these backmarkers coming out of the pits.
Yeah, we can see a lot of people doing early pit stops. And we can see Lapis getting stuck. Oh, he was so fortunate to get out in front of the backmarkers, but getting that mow on the inside, now it's between them. So, that's really unfortunate.
What happened?
And looking forward to Gustav, let's see how it looks ahead of him. Is it clean?
It's clean air for miles.
It looks really clean. So he actually managed to beat out almost everyone who pitted. We can see we have Soda going out on lap, but he's fast. He's probably not going to be an issue for a while. We can see we have 3 other drivers in the pit lane. How will they exit? Yeah, we have 2 people exiting right in front of Gustav.
Oh yeah, this is very scary for Gustav. Okay, he keeps it calm, he's collected, and he goes for turn 1 pretty solidly. The gap between him and Neo closes just a little bit. Neo has to be really careful to not bump him, because like honestly, I'd be really scared if I were Neo right now, especially on this diagonal section. If you get bumped, you're just done. You lose like 3 seconds, and that's huge. You really gotta play it safe in this way.
Yeah, you can absolutely hear like the despair in Gustav's voice in the voice chat, being absolutely discouraged by the fact that he came out after 2 slow drivers when everyone's looking so great. And I think it caught him by surprise. And yeah, so Nido's strategy right now is just sit back and relax, wait for Gustav to do something stupid, and just capitalize on that.
Yeah, especially with the backmarkers too. The backmarkers are gonna really be like a catalyst for kind of dumb mistakes that Gustav can do, which is really important. Backmarkers are a crucial part of ice boat racing. So we really have to make sure that, or Neil really has to make sure that he's like aware of that possibly happening and be ready for when it does. And Gustav goes for a pit though. Interesting, yeah. I guess Gustav, understanding like the backmarker situation, just really does not want to get messed up. Maybe his team advisor went ahead and like timed out the gap, and maybe found a clean gap of air for him if he went for a pit. So maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, I imagine Jolly sitting there with 3 calculators, absolutely calculating where is the best window to pit, and Gustav being really frustrated, being stuck behind 2 back markers. This might be a really good opportunity, because now Nido is gonna have the pain of being stuck behind the back markers instead. And we can see Gustav gets a pretty clean pit stop.
Fuck. I'm gonna probably...
That's on him. Neo has like a whole like 1 person in front of him and 4 people trailing right behind him. Because so if he messes up, he has 4 more back markers to get past, which is pretty big.
Yeah, and we can see that Gustav just got out of the pits, and if we start going backwards, I suspect we're gonna find Nido pretty soon. Because like the pit stop is almost a lap. It's not really, but it's not far from. So we should have now we have Nido going out on the straight. But it looks to be pretty clean for Nido right now. Like, it can change very fast. It's enough that 1 person move ahead of him, and he will be in trouble. Actually, going a bit wide.
Bunch of back markers now.
Yeah,
he does go a bit wide. He might be a little bit nervous.
It's so crowded here right now, both ahead and behind of him. So we see maybe like his... Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I was just say, Neo going wide on turn 1, like it does seem a bit bad, but like it's not the worst thing ever, because at the end of the day, he's gonna catch up to these back markers. They're gonna hold him back anyway. So it's like he went wide on turn 1, but that only means he's gonna catch up to the back markers maybe like 3 or 4 seconds later or slower.
Oh, we got the perfect pass on 1. Yeah, that's actually a valid point. That even if you drive a bit slow, if you still catch up to the people ahead of you, you might actually not have lost out anything. But you could also have gained by not getting messed up by the people ahead of you. That is a boat racing big brain strat.
Who's that?
Alright, people messing up on Radion. Maybe slowing Nido down a little bit. No one gets... Oh, Nido goes for a pit. There we go. Let's see if he can exit ahead of Gustav. This is pretty big. I'm imagining that Nido got slowed down more than Gustav did on that last lap. Interesting play by Nido. I mean, like, I understand he's behind a lot of back markers and it's tragic, but like he might... It's a tough spot. He might just end up behind Gustav.
Yeah, looking so far, it looks like Nido has slightly cleaner pit than Gustav has. Like, I think Gustav was messed up on a few blocks, getting like a bit stopped, and Nido's like doing a superior pit lane so far. And we're gonna watch the exit, because this is for like the... Yeah, it's not gonna be for the lead in the standings, but it might be for the... Oh, we can see Gustav pitting again! So we will not have that. Maybe that's Jolly yelling at him, because, you know, there is a big time gap. They have time to react.
I honestly don't know how much I like that play, because, dude, we're only on map 7 to 22. He's lost both his pits. Those are very valuable resources. I don't know if we could maybe use them in a better situation.
Yeah, we're gonna
Let's see if Jolly is right and if it really pays off. Like, because those pits better be good, or else he's at a very big disadvantage for the last 20 minutes of the race.
I see a lot of people passing on the straight now ahead of Gustav, so he won't come out in perfectly clean air. But he maybe was scared about that Nido pit overtake, and making sure you don't interact with the people you're battling can be a good play in boat racing, because that give you like time to actually put in solid laps and getting like the under overtakes that we so commonly see in other types of motorsport.
You can come back from that.
And we can see that we have Lapis in a lead with Blue leader on 2nd position.
Yeah, you got
of course, there are a lot of people having done a lot of pit stops, but it's nice to see him up there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're both in the Greasy gaming squad that has been absolutely popping off recently.
Yes.
They're hanging out like nights, days, mornings, whatever, driving in the Greasy gaming squad, and that's really fun to see, like a really tight community like that. And now we have them here in 1 and 2. Yeah, it's an absolute havoc with all the pit stops. People are being everywhere. It's kind of hard to follow the battle for the lead, because we frankly don't know where it is at this point.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, Ozone is in like Ozone's the lead with
I haven't seen this. The Ozone is ahead of Nido with 1 pit, so he did something spectacular there. Let's actually look into Ozone, because he might be our effective lead right now. We can see that Lapis is in the pit, so we will see where he ends up. This time we're just gonna see Ozone going out on the straight, and if he passes Lapis, I think Ozone is our leader. Then we of course have Techno Gustav with 2 pits. And we also have Renocast with 2 pits, so they both having similar strategies so far. Only a few seconds between Reno and Techno. So is the lead...
The gap between Techno and Ozone is actually only about like 32 seconds if I calculated that correctly. That's 1 plus 6 plus 1 plus 21 plus 4. I think that's about 32 seconds. And judging by the time trialing times on the pit lane from Monza, Gustav might actually be in like basically first place. It's hard to tell though.
Yeah, it is hard to follow. With this pit, like the thing is that everything can happen in the pit lane. You can have a banger, but you can also lose so much time, so it's kind of hard to predict. Like normally you kind of solid, you know it's going to be at 16-second split, and then you can calculate very precisely who's going to get out on top. But with the variance and the long pit stops, this is absolutely much harder to calculate. Maybe confusing some team advices out there that's like
for sure.
trying to understand these deltas.
We have Blue Leader in honorary P1 right now.
He's
in the pit lane, so... And Shizuya currently leading the race. Shizuya being I believe a first-person view driver, about to get overtaken by Ozone actually, right on here on like turn 2, turn 3. But surprising to see Shizuya. I mean, of course the pit lane is super long. She's the only one who hasn't pitted yet in that kind of top area. But it's gotta be interesting to be in Shizuya's shoes, kind of new to the community-ish, and being able to lead the race for a little bit.
Yeah, just getting that.
Ozone gets the overtake.
Yeah, Ozone gets overtake, but getting that spotlight, getting your name out there, people recognize you, it's kind of cool. It's for sure a good strat. Just being in the lead like it, that is also boosting your morale, and like that's really cool. So do we have any calculations on the delta now between Ozone and Gustav? Do you want to calculate?
Oh boy, I can do it. Yeah,
it's hard. We have some improvements for the plugin to be able to switch so you can actually see it, but maybe in the future. But yeah, looking right now, it is Ozone, and then it's Nido with the 1 pit. It is about 40 seconds, so then it's really close. Oh, we can see where.
And Nido goes for pits.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look Nido. I'm just gonna.
here too.
Looking, he had a really clean pit last time it looked like, but I think he lost too much time around the other people. But yeah, this will also, because I don't know how many seconds he was behind Ozone, but it was a good couple of seconds.
Halfway through the final turn.
Oh.
I think Nido gets cleanly overtaken by Techno. Techno's, I think, just in the lead of the race.
Yeah,
I don't remember what the gap was to Ozone and Nido. I think it might have been like 4 seconds. If that's the case, and Nido or Ozone's like P2, I think.
Yeah, looking at that, we can also see that Reno is looks like he's closing up on Gustav. This might be a fight between the McClurkin for the 1 and 2. Let's follow that, see how it goes. So we have Techno Gustav in the middle of 2 back markers. We have we have Reno getting a free pass, so now they like next to each other. It would be a disaster if Techno Gustav actually bumped out Reno, because they were fighting for that with I would think Ozone.
Ozone maybe Nido, and we also have Captain Noah only a few seconds behind Reno. So like if we're right about this pit delta being like greater than 40 seconds and stuff, like, and with Techno being like in actually P1 in terms of total time, Noah might be like in contention for like P3 or something.
Yeah, looking at possible. So Nido came out right after Captain Noah, and it's not a big gap between Gustav and Captain Noah. Like it's a few seconds, but it's closing in, and Gustav right now is very delayed by the back markers, and he doesn't look to get a pass from when we spectated him.
And there it is.
Oh, there is the pass.
He just lets him go. Interesting.
Yeah, but that might have gave Ozone a chance to get a few seconds. So it might be interesting still. But yeah, this is really solid fight. Nido and Captain Noah. Noah has a back marker blocking. And we'll see if Nido can take it chill. Wait, Noah can be a bit hot-headed sometimes, like be a bit frustrated and really wanting to pass and be a bit aggressive. And we'll see. See if that happens or not.
The gap between Gustav and Ozone right now is about 44 seconds.
44 seconds? Oh, that's really interesting. I think that, like, if Ozone gets a really clean pit stop, that can actually be enough to get out in ahead.
Maybe.
From my testing, it was about 40.
46.
I think if you had a really clean, it was almost like 40-second only. So you might actually have a really good position here, and that's just due to Gustav being blocked by back markers.
Speaking of back markers, he's coming up on Crispy right now. Crispy is definitely better than some of these back markers that he's had to pass so far. So it's gonna be a lot more of a struggle to get past him. It's like Crispy's a little bit faster, but like
Crispy,
obviously
please,
slow down techno still
to
because he's
win.
just not at that level.
And we can hear
Crispy,
Gustav absolutely
please.
yelling
Let's
at
go for a
Crispy to
couple
let him
seconds.
pass. Like he is
Say something
very
good about,
desperate.
Oh,
what
let's
was
see
the
if
thing
Techno
you
gets
guys
something
like?
greedy right here. He might get
Greasy
bumped on
gaming,
the
I would say
straightaway.
something good if you stand still.
He's playing it really risky.
Oh, it's so
Let's see if he
close.
gets an overtake here. Okay, he gets past it. Yeah,
Oh.
okay,
Never
there
mind,
it
I
is.
don't
That's
need
cool
to.
overtake.
Yeah, Gustav was
Person
really
behind him gets the overtake as well.
he was really bargaining. Like he was prepared to do anything at that point to get past, like promoting stuff that Crispy likes, promoting Greasy Gaming maybe, participating. Like he was absolutely negotiating. And that's also a strat for boat racing. Having the voice mode activated actually lets you manipulate back markers. Like that is next level. I don't know if everyone has it activated. I don't think Ozone does, from experience.
I don't think he generally does.
So he is lacking that ability to absolutely yell at people to get out of the way. And Gustav, known for having all these memes and voice lines, and that can actually pay in his favor.
Nido leaving the server though.
Nido getting
Oh, that's not good.
disconnected. Oh, that's horrible for him. He was on a really good race.
Yeah, he's losing a lot of time. He can join back and safely rejoin the race, but like that might just be it for him, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's coming back.
Yeah, that is it. Like even if he come back, he will be absolutely in pain from seeing that great spot and all the work he did with all those back markers. Just like see it go, because even if he reconnects, like he won't get the time back that he's been missing out on. We can see like right now Gustav and Renault kinda chilling, having really clean. Like Gustav has time to do really fast laps here. And actually, looking at the chat, we can see that Heragon twice in a row put down the fastest lap of the race. He's absolutely moving
wow, what the
up.
heck? Crazy.
We can see
Good on
Nido
him.
has now rejoined.
Yeah, he is just kind of chilling in the opening straight away,
And
like
now-
right on the line. Gustav and Renault did a really good job of avoiding him and still making turn one.
Yeah, now he's absolutely blocking Noah. And
Yeah.
that's good news for Ozone, because Ozone really wants to get those points to pass into the third place in the championship. And Noah being stuck behind Nido might help him out with that. We can see Lapis now going in the pit lane. I'm not really sure what the delta was before, but now most people have done their 2 pits, so it should stabilize the deltas. Soon.
I think Lapis is probably going to end up around maybe 7th place on the exit. Probably around there, maybe 8th or 9th if I'm completely wrong, but like it's going to be around there. He lost a lot of time to back markers or something, but yeah.
Yeah, he had that great quali and not the best race, I'm afraid. Being stuck on the back markers and making some early mistakes, being very pressured by the others. You can see, yeah, he's gonna, just as you suspect, come out here. Somewhere in 6th position, I think.
Yo, what's up, Lapis?
So Ozone is going for the pit lane. This is the last pit stop. Now it's finally happening. Now this is everything. We're gonna have to find him here. I sat with Ozone when he practiced the pit stop before. And getting a bit
Doesn't seem to be doing
stuck.
too hot right now. Can be really close.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a team advisor. Maybe someone has calculated, seeing that he had opportunity to get out in the lead, and just decides to do the pit.
To the final turn.
Oh, he gets a bit stuck on the exit there. But this is gonna be close,
Yeah,
and
no,
there's
that's
also
it, that's it.
oh yeah, he's
Yeah, Gustav gets the overtake. Let's see if
Yeah,
Renault can get past too. He has 4-second gap. It's a big tight. Let's see if Ozone can block. Oh no, he just extremely gets ahead. Okay, Ozone is in P2
Ozone.
in total time.
Yeah, and
He's gonna lead
Gustav
the race.
is stuck behind, who is it, Killer Lol. No, Ultra. Yeah. So he is blocked up. That means Ozone can get up close to Gustav if Gustav doesn't manage to like pass Ultra really soon. And we can also hear the desperation in Gustav's voice, just yelling Ultra, please. But we can also see that Ultra doesn't have the voice mod, so these negotiations will be for nothing because Ultra can't hear him.
Going a bit slow on that chicane there.
I need gimmicks.
Ozone's
now.
right behind Gustav now.
Oh wait.
This back marker is crucial for Ozone for the rest of the race. Like if Gustav messes up here because of the back marker, he can get a clean overtake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ozone's going wide though.
Oh.
Renachus is right there now, and Gustav also messes up. The gap between everyone and the back marker has widened as the back marker pulls away from the front runners. But the overall density of the front running group or the front group is definitely increased. I see him catch up to the back marker here on turn 1. This Ultra is doing a really good job. Like he's taking pretty solid lines. He's definitely one of the better back markers out there for these guys. It's really a long battle for these guys.
Hey, absolutely. Like he's really solid. And he's been doing a lot of racing in other series, and like it's not easy to get past. But he's just that bit slower, letting everyone else catch up. So we also see like Noah getting really close onto Renocas. And then we have Nido a lap behind in the mix, just creating havoc for all the other drivers.
But yeah, I saw Ozone being like dangerously close to Gustav's Ghost just a few turns ago. I'm curious to see, like, I'm curious to know how agitated he is and how, like, because that's pretty unsafe. That's how you lose a race if you play that close to Gustav or someone in front of you. Like you could just at a moment's notice, just even just a small little lag spike for like 0.25 seconds can just end your race, the race that you worked so hard for.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Ozone realized how tightly packed the whole top 5 is behind him. Like getting a bump, you can easily be passed by 2 people straight up. Normally there might be some more margins, and like if you hit the guy ahead of you, maybe it isn't that punishing. But here it would be absolutely detrimental for Ozone to actually bump.
He would go from like basically second to fourth, just like that, and like it's super difficult to overtake back people who are studying skill level on this track, especially at the top level where everyone's really consistent. I think I'm definitely being proven correct here that back markers kind of the name of the game for this track.
Yeah, absolutely. We can also hear Ren and Gustav are constantly talking. This is some serious like strategy, keeping each other calm, most likely. Like Jolly probably biting his wings off at this point, trying to calm his drivers down to not mess this up. Because this is like really difficult for Gustav, because going slow means that he risks getting passed. But being very close to Ultra, we can see that he has a slight distance, because he's probably even more afraid of actually getting bumped on Ultra by being too close. Because it is so hard to pass without a mistake, so if you just keep the racing line slightly slower, it's so hard for actually Ozone to pass that Gustav might just sacrifice the speed for just trying to keep this safe.
Yeah, absolutely. They only have 2 or 3 laps left. So honestly, it might just be if they just hold out for the rest of the race and just really try not to be messed up. It all comes down to Ultra and how consistent this guy is. He's doing a pretty good job right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can see Nido is creating havoc. He's between the Ghost and Noah's real position. Falling behind a little bit.
Getting bumped, and causing a lot of bumps on this chicane. Oh, that gap is widened between Gustav and Ozone. That might just be the race.
Yeah, that was really bad for Ozone. But he was lucky enough that it was in such a good spot that Reno couldn't dodge him. So Reno also got bumped, which meant that Noah get bumped. Nido actually passed Noah, but that's not for like too important. But we can also see Lapis. He was a few seconds behind, but he's catching up. He's getting ready. He's looking at Noah there for the overtake. But this is the final lap, and we're gonna have to follow Gustav for this one.
Absolutely. Ozone is actually like, he's not that far behind. Like if Ultra goes just a little bit slower than usual, Ozone can catch up and maybe have something happen on that latter half of the latter half of this last lap. We'll just have to wait and see though.
Yeah, so Gustav, like,
oh my God,
he should just take a chill now. He's really close to Ultra. This is dangerous driving.
Oh God.
This is really dangerous. Someone should tell him to keep it cool. Going into
Let's see if
the
something happens. Oh, that might just be it. That's like the last hard turn of the track. There's only one more turn left, and then Gustav will be your Monza FC1 2022 champion.
yeah, this
Let's
is the
see here.
last corner.
Going
Going
pretty
onto the
close.
straight. Yeah, he is close. Like I would, but he doesn't have a lot back to Rose on either. Like watching
no.
this finish. When did we last have a finish like this? We have Techno
Oh,
Gustav
man.
passing. We have Ozone passing. We have Renault. We have Nida going on to the next lap. We have Captain Noah, Lapis. Like that's
Lapis.
absolutely
It's
like
so close.
so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
drivers within 6 seconds. But congrats to Techno Gustav for edging out. We have Pigalala moving up a few positions up to 6th position. We have Blue Leader doing an
Ooh.
absolute fantastic race.
Yeah, that's great job from him.
Going up to 7th position. I'm sure Greasy Gaming will be pleased with that. If he's in Greasy Gaming, I think so. Can't remember now. But yeah, we have a lot of finishes. And do we have any last battles? I'm not so sure.
Zekro is second off of J Modi. Coming up on the but it's coming up on the straightaway at the end here now.
Yeah, it is close.
Got
It
Nito
is.
right behind Ultra. Ooh.
Oh, can Nida do something in last corners?
He's
It's
just
too late.
messing around now.
He's like styling, doing the 360s. Yeah, that was a shame of Nido. He was in such a good position.
Yeah.
Worked really hard for it. It was a shame with the disconnect, but that stuff like happens. We play remotely from all over the world, which is really cool. But it also comes with the disadvantage of disconnects and other mishappens.
Yeah.
Just finishing up, Killalol, P17. There should be a few drivers left. And
You got Crispy coming up on the end here. And otherwise, we have Comfy coming up on the last turn.
yeah, what a race.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm not sure where P20 is. I don't know
Last
if there's
fucking
P20.
play.
Oh yeah, no,
Comfy
Soda had to do
19.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
just-
so that's it. So I guess we can finish it because it's not gonna automatically finish. Assume it this one. Yeah.
I think. Let's see here.
So
Ozone, I think Ozone overtook Noah in total points in the standings.
yeah,
By just 2 points.
no, I got the 4th position, so there was only random cast between them. But that might just be enough. So now we come to the fun part of the stream where we should have a podium, but I have no clue how to arrange this, Laser. Maybe you have some more experience in this. Maybe I'm gonna have to let you take the lead. And we do the ceremony. Oh.
Are you supposed to know
Okay,
shit?
let's get.
Are you
Yeah,
actually
good mad.
supposed to know
Oh right,
shit?
there's no, they didn't. Yeah, okay, there's no
But, like, you can't
pit lane
just
thingy.
the whole job of your race
Okay, well there you go. There's your podium.
No, the
Oh.
whole point, the whole job.
I'm just gonna have to lower the voice because it's really loud. And maybe we should get a few interviews after people are done spamming the snowballs. Look at the fireworks. Techno Gustav back on top. His last win was France, if I can recognize it correctly. Do you remember?
Yes, it was correct.
We had Ozone winning Spa, once again really high up. And we have Renocast, the winner of last race, on 3rd.
Great day for McStark getting 1-3. That's pretty good. Who else has
Yeah.
that, by the way?
Oh, the noises.
Ooh, Rocket Rage got fast stack with a 105.7. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, he had a really rough start and it didn't look like he managed to recover from that. You can't see where he finished 9th.
He got ended up 12 after like half.
Yeah, he's probably not gonna be happy with that one, but
yeah,
that's racing.
things happen.
He did what he could in the quali, he got that precision. He showed that he has the speed, but today was not his day. But I think he will be back for the next coming races. Like he will continue grinding, and eventually it is gonna pay off.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So
he has the speed. Now he just has to get used to racing.
Yeah, good job, Becca.
Yeah.
A bit.
We will do some interviews maybe.
I forced his ass to practice.
Maybe drag him into VC so I can talk to him.
Yeah, we'll do VC interview, I think.
Oh, that's your guy right there. That's your guy.
Oh, let's go.
Our Discord
I am
interviews.
so mad.
Fucking go.
Oh, man.
I need you as my opinion advisor, please.
Oh my goodness.
So are they in ABG? I have to get the top 3 into ABG Discords.
I was blocked by one.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
What do you mean? Lies.
I was blocked by 2 of them.
Is it me?
Yes, you were one of them. You were awful. Wait,
Crispy as well.
I was locking everyone.
Yeah, while we're just gonna listen in and see what they have to say about it, celebrating.
Dude, I blocked everyone. Oh my god.
Johnny, get on the podium. He's the one.
Let's go.
I just heard you like in the
We
middle
are
of
the
the race,
interviews.
just
I
going
would like
fuck
some.
you.
Ozan is here.
Johnny, get on
Yeah.
the podium. He's
Should
the
we
one.
should we start the
You
broadcast?
like blocked me, and like 3 other people speed marked me.
Probably
think
gonna
we
get
start
that,
from
yeah.
third
Yeah, but it's
position.
not my fault. Like, I got
Yeah.
speed marked
Yes, it is.
myself.
Then we get to run
Yeah,
then.
I got speed marked by myself. You just went through me.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, and I tried to pass you back.
Oh, wait.
I'm just yelling at him.
Well, great race.
Yeah.
Good job, Brandon. Good job.
Or-
Good job, Ted.
Or Discord, yeah.
Wait, do I have to try this?
Oh, you here?
Hello.
Going, bro.
Yeah.
Hello.
This is great, but I'm gonna mute the game for. Yeah. So third position right now. Do you have any words about it before I ask any more questions?
Yeah, I learned one simple lesson today. It is to never wait behind Techno Gustav in Monza. That's it.
Oh, so you already making strats for last year. So it sounds like you're not too happy about third place. Is that correct?
I mean, I'm happy because we got literally a McClurkin podium, but I feel like I could have like at least gotten that P2 from Ozone, but podium is also really good, so hell yeah.
So what do you think about the team, the strategies? Did you have any like advice from Jolly, where he's saying when you should pit? How do you think it worked out?
Could have worked out a little bit better. We should have maybe like separated the pits, maybe on the second pit where me and Techno both went to the pit. Instead of that, Techno should have taken the pit, and I should have maybe stayed in the game, and I should have maybe pitted the next lap.
Yeah,
like-
so you did a double pit that's famous from F1, where you maybe lose a little bit of time doing both at the same time.
A
And yeah,
little bit time, you say.
it looked like you were like you were stuck together, and Ozone sometimes had cleaner laps because Techno Gustav was also held by back markers quite a bit during that race. And you were just right up his sleeve. But still, McClurking 1-3. That must feel really good.
Hell yeah.
And I also think
Team in the game.
I also think this means you're going up to the top on the team standings, right? Is that right, Laser?
Absolutely. Yeah. They're gone. They're like 30 points ahead or something.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Any
Sure.
last words before we move on to talking to Ozone?
Want to shout anything else?
Yeah. Any shoutouts?
Shout out to Makusen for and Laser too for making this incredible live stream. I was actually watching it earlier, and you guys are actually doing such a good job. What the hell is this? I need to rewatch the whole stream. Jesus Christ.
Let's go.
Thank you. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Thanks for
Thank you
having
very
me.
much.
Yes. See you.
Good
Yeah.
luck and bye. Let's drag in Ozone here. Can you do it? I actually don't. I'm not allowed to.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Get him in here.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yo, Ozone.
He wins
Init-
He almost wins that Monza.
Yeah, that was a banger race. All up to the last lap. Any
Yeah.
initial words on this experience?
The words are the same as after Spa. I can't feel my heartbeat. I think I'm either in the process of having a heart attack or I'm already dead.
Yeah.
That
so
was amazing.
how was it driving? Because you were in the lead, but you knew Techno Gustav had made more pits than you. Like, how was it? Did you feel like you had a lead? Did you know it was close? Did you feel like he was ahead of you? Like, how was that
To
during
be
the race?
honest, I thought he was way further ahead of me than he actually was. When I pitted, I was actually surprised that I didn't come out behind Renault. I suppose that was one of my cleanest pits ever. It still wasn't perfect, and had I done it perfect, I would have been side by side with Gustav on the exit, which would have probably been worse, actually. Well,
Yeah, the pit.
It was a wait. Who gave me? Oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong. I was looking at the point study, and so stupid things. Speaking of the point study, now the battle for third is even worse because now the gap between third and fifth is just 3 points.
Oh,
Yeah,
you already done the calculations.
I think Laser inputted it already, but I mean, I was doing in my head calculations. I'm 2 points ahead of Noah, and the thing which I got before, with the maths skills, is that Gustav is 1 point behind Noah.
Oh, this is gonna be a banger for next and the rest of the season.
At this rate, fastest laps might be the deciding factor, and that's scary.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we were also tracking because I've been speaking to you before the race, and I know you're really keen on getting that third position in the championship, and now you actually managed to clutch it out and secure that position for the time being. Like, was that the goal of the race? Do you feel like you achieved it?
Securing the position, I mean, of course, like, to be honest, I really wanted to, be able to say the line I opened the interview with, which I almost was able to do. But yeah, that was the actual serious goal of securing the third position, at least not falling behind Gustav, because again, that was way too close for comfort. I think this is the second race in a row where the gap, where Gustav is ahead of me and I'm ahead of Noah. So the gap is, constantly shrinking. I don't think there's any way we could get the gap even closer at this point because, that would require some actual math bullshit. I have no clue how that would happen. To be honest, if I get third next race and Gustav gets second, then we will be exactly, equal. But that's just, not very likely.
Good mood.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
Gustav.
I know you practice a lot for this race. Do you feel like that's the secret to getting these great results? You had a great result at Spa, and now once again on the podium here.
Yeah, practice is important, but I think practice here might be, very important, but an underrated aspect is, having enough practice to be confident enough in yourself to be able to calm yourself down. I had to tell myself to, I can't do anything about Gustav, I can't make him go slower, I can't make him go faster, I can only make myself go faster, so stop looking at that, you idiot, and focus on the actual track. And I did that like 3 or 4 times.
Oh,
because I was actually shitting myself.
Yeah, that was an intense race, and that's some banging words. Do you want to do
I just wanted to mention the start of the race, because the start is where, I qualified 7th. I was so disappointed in myself. I was like going into it with like I'm basically gonna throw anyway mentality. That was, at that point I was sure that, Gustav starting from 2nd, Noah is starting from 5th. There is no way I'm gonna keep my position in the standings, much less improve it. And then at the start, a lot of random bullshit happened. I gained 2 positions, and then, the first wave of pits started. The first wave of pits, holy hell. I'm sure you watched that.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But lap 2 in the lead was absolute carnage. And, I think I stuck out, had I stuck out for longer, then that might have been good. But when I pitted, I soon, fought my way into some clean air. I think Gustav, your greatest mistake was, pitting when you were out behind Shizuya, because I'm not sure if there was somebody ahead of her, but I got past her quite easily.
Yeah, we can hear there's a lot of strategies. Do you want to do a last shout out or anything else before we move on to speaking with Gustav?
I want to shout out my friend Kobush Meister. He was the guy that ruined Quali for Heat 2, and that was absolutely hilarious. It was his first FC1 participation, and I don't think we would have wanted it any other way. I'm sorry for the guys in Q2, but then again, you are Q2, so
Yeah, it's up to them to be so fast in practice that they get that Q1 position. That's really
Yeah,
important.
so yeah.
But yeah, that's a great shout out, and we move
Yeah.
on to the man of
Yeah.
the day,
Bye.
Oh,
Techno
Gustav.
Gustav.
hello.
Can you explain the race in one word?
Line.
Right, can you repeat it?
Line.
Line. Is the line important?
No.
Oh.
But there was a big line of backmark.
Big line of back market.
Oh.
Yeah, so listening in on the radio during the race, you seem to
did
be
that?
very frustrated a lot of the time, having back
Mhm.
markets all over the place, being in chaos, and actually hear some negotiation with the people ahead of you.
Of course.
Basically
always works.
sacrificing your soul and everything you own just to get past. Is this like a tactic you have to try to get like others to give in and just give you the position by
Of course,
bribing them?
it always works. That's
Yeah,
all I can say.
It looked
I
like you had
can't
some.
speak too much.
It looked like you had some great success with that tactic, and we can also see that maybe that's the reason Ozan is second now, right now, because he's not doing that.
Yeah,
He
I
doesn't
sold
have
stuff,
the
you
voice mod.
didn't.
But yeah, that was a very interesting race. So during the race, you actually pitted early, so you were down in the midfield. Did you know, like, you're realistically where in the top, or had you any clue who was leading the race?
Pit 1, I had no idea what was happening. But pit 2, I knew that. Oh, I won. GG.
Yeah, you came out right ahead of Ozan. Ozan getting in the middle of you and Renan. That was so really, really close. But yeah, do you have any questions, Laser?
How excited are you for the rest of the season?
What tracks are next?
We have Singapore, then Suzuka, then Kota.
I have no idea how they look like, so it's a complete mystery for me.
Yeah, me neither. So
Oh.
Yeah, so moving on to like the championship, looking at the updated sheet, you look to be in 5th position, only 1 point behind Captain Nova. That in turn is 2 points behind Ozone in 3rd position.
Oh.
Are you looking on to getting that podium position by the end of the season?
I forgot we had points, so.
Oh.
But sure. Yeah, I'm gonna take that 3rd position.
Yeah, and like as a note, we can also see McClurkin with the 1 and 3 popping off, getting into that 1st position in the team championship, overtaking Eva Pop.
If I didn't mess up the pit stop, the 2nd one, Renna would be up here.
Oh yeah, Renna had some words about that.
Oh, he did? Oh,
yeah,
great.
he said that his biggest learning from this race was to never be behind Techno Gustav at Monza.
Of course.
But
that's common knowledge.
But that's yeah, he needs to solve that. You just you just dominated, or not dominated, it was really tight, but you showed that you have some really good skill. And also, do you remember anything about the first lap?
First lap. I laughed at Rocket Race for messing up. Yeah, so that happened for like half the lap. And then Lapis messes up the last turn, I think. So I made fun of that, and then, yeah, that's all I remember.
Is this another tactic of yours to make fun of your opponents?
Of course.
To actually do the mind games.
Then their motivation goes down.
Get in their head.
And mine goes up.
Yeah, no, it's apparent you have some unique tactics that other people might copy for the future. I don't know. Especially if they watch the stream, get all the tips and tricks from me and Laser. Because we've been giving out a lot of tips and tricks during this race. Oh, are you listening?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
But yeah, I think we're gonna round it up. Big congrats to you, Gustav.
You too.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, go and celebrate, have fun.
Oh, okay then.
Lazy, kick him out. Kick him out from easy. Kick him.
Hold.
Do you want me to do it for you, or?
No.
Wait, no, it's from the server.
Oh.
No, wait. Okay.
Yeah, good. We got away with him. Like, yeah. No.
Fuck. Get out.
Instantly joins back in. No, but yeah, that was a banger race. Holy shit, that was a lot of action, and time has passed so quickly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
non-stop. But I had really much fun, and I'm really happy you sacrificed this race to help me out with the commentating.
Yeah, for sure. It was great.
It helped a lot. And yeah, I guess we're gonna round off the stream right now. You have any final words?
There's a track making ABG competition. We have about 3 weeks left. Go ahead and submit your tracks. They can be recently made. They can be made like years ago. Doesn't really matter. We just want the best tracks, and whoever wins will maybe get a prize.
Oh, the prize. Interesting. Yeah, like I've seen it's quite a lot of people building, and I've been trying out people's tracks, and it's really interesting. And
yeah.
The more good tracks we get, the better races we will have in the future. And so if you're a track builder watching this, go on and build and apply for the competition. It's gonna be absolute fantastic, and seeing the result of that is gonna be really fun.
And then furthermore, we are getting ready for season 6 of BRWC, and like there was a track submission thing that just ended yesterday. But you know what? Honestly, I think it'd be fine if like you submit tracks a little bit late. I think we'll still consider those tracks. So if you have any tracks that you really want to be in BRWC season 6, just go ahead and submit them, and we'll take a look.
Absolutely, it doesn't hurt to try at least. If you have a banger track laying around. And what more do we have to shout out? We have, when is the next FC1 race? It's gonna be Singapore. I think it's gonna be a while, but of course, like, come and join for the next one. I think Adam will probably be back to streaming it. But it was really fun jumping in, covering up while he was enjoying his trip in Europe, doing robot stuff, having fun. But yeah, really interesting race. And that's it for the. Oh wait, Laser, I need to end this. Like, I have not thrown a single cookie this whole stream.
Oh my god!
Or eaten one.
Accusing.
Holy shit! I've been so focused. But yeah, so I'm gonna go off, and I'm gonna eat cookies all night. And yeah, that's it. See ya.